What is going on, everybody? We're back on it. Vinland Saga, episode 16. Coming off the last episode, we, had the assassination, the death of Ragnar, I think is how you pronounce his name. And we'll see what that kind of does to Canut's psyche, his emotions, his mental state. What direction does this drive him in? Um, that was pretty much the big things that happened last episode. Then I had a couple of my Patreon members tell me, because this was my confusion as well. Usually, any kind of TV shows, movies, cartoons that you see in this type of setting, usually the plan of succession always goes to the eldest male in the family, unless he kind of like denounces it or chooses a different path that doesn't allow him to become king. So I don't even see how or why Canute is even in the running or suggestions to be the heir to the throne when he has a capable older male brother, who seems to kind of be everything that the king wants. So I don't even see why we're even debating or having the king talk about trying to get Canute killed and not going to protect him or going after basically putting him in harm's way. Why is Canute even being considered? I had a couple of my Patreon members say that that was a scratching their head moment for them as well. They didn't kind of understand why it wouldn't just go to the older brother. Maybe that'll be yet to be found out, but we'll see how it goes. So I've skipped through the opening. I did watch it, but we skipped through the cold opening. In the opening, 2 minutes and 58 seconds. Pressing play right now. We'll see if this plan works. Agreed. And I think Ashlad sees that as well. He can be used. Yeah. I mean, he's putting a big gamble on Canute. He seems to be under the impression that he can control him. We'll see. Are they trying to find out who told about them being in the village that close? Oh God. What's he gonna do? Cut off his cut off a finger maybe? Mm-hmm. He might not be wrong though with that. Everything Ashlad's done, I wonder if he thinks a just, painful death is coming his way as well. We going for finger? Or we going for privates? Hmm. Hmm. Don't do it. Bro, chill with that. Yeah. Oh, me. History lesson. Back to this damn owl. Jesus. Those shits are like so. Oof. Don't do it. We didn't need that for YouTube. They're here. Just, I mean, you might as well kill this dude. You didn't get any information from him. He's got them shook now. Even Ashlad seems to be a little, like, I don't know about all that. I think he's there. Yeah. I don't know about coming. The man is, he's here. I like the little jacket he's got going on. Mm. He wants to leave Torfin alive. What? Okay, I was about to say to speak with him, to battle him. I was about to say someone's gonna slap him or chop him in the neck or something, and this is gonna be his life from now on. Just getting slapped around until he comes to or falls into complete depression. Oh wow, people within his own camp wanted to dip. That's when you know his shit's falling apart. His own men, they've been so loyal to him and following him and all that kind of stuff, and now they're already starting to fall off. In the middle of the night in the snow. The battle's going to definitely come to a head. I don't know if we're going to get it this episode, but there's definitely going to be a showdown here. Who tires first? You feel like Torkel's men have been better fed and rested. And they're not the ones that are going to be freaking out slowly but surely. Um, yeah. I'm not gonna say that has superpowers, but he's chopping through men. He's not just hitting them. He's not like chopping off a hand. Like he's going through full entire torsos with just effortless swings. Got Danes killing off Danes. Oh, they got the sleigh stuck. Oh god. I was about to say now everybody's got to wait. They seem so unmotivated. I want to go back to the preacher's story about Thor and if he knew him or if he was just inspired by the man's actions. The men are getting tired. The only way I see this working and them surviving is if somehow Torkel is killed before they get overrun and just straight slaughtered. Somebody would have to take out Torkel and maybe his men will retreat or disperse or decide to join Ashlad or run or something like that. Yeah, I was about to say that water's got to be freezing. Wow, even his most loyal are starting to really doubt the efforts here. And he even has to know that they lose this. They lose this. So what is his plan? Because clearly the running isn't going to work. So what's the plan here? They're going to get caught and they will get slaughtered. So what's the plan? He knows they're not going to make it. He's just going to try to let them get out. Yeah, it's over. Yeah. Listen to your brother. Well, he's pretty much lost his men. So like I said, I don't see how they don't win this. So what happens? Is it Game of Thrones and Ashlad and Torfin and Bjorn and everybody's gonna die? Or like right on the other side of the bridge here? Yeah. Y'all wasted all that time chopping that bridge. Was it worth it? No, time wise, it was not. I would have said fluff the bridge and just kept it moving. Oh my god. He threw that over 100 yards and speared through what, four grown men? Three? With so much force. If they weren't shook before, they are now. He could have hit somebody from 500 yards away. Forget about that spear, he says. Oh, God. The man of. Yeah, he's lost him. It's gone. It's over. the fact that it's gone public in front of everybody, it's, you know, and these are some of his most loyal too, so. Does anybody follow? Oh god, they're overthrowing him. They're not even like, oh, we're deserting. No, we're like coup d'etat up in this bitch. He can run through on the sled, but Ashlad's not getting out of there. This is where the episode ends, isn't it? You pieces of shit. Can we go back and watch that spear throw? Oh god. I feel like Torkel's going to die. He is just too big of a piece. Too big of an OP piece to have on the chessboard right now. Him and Tor, I feel like they both have to be killed. Can we see that spear throw though? Right here. I mean, good God. Can we assess how far this is, by the way? I mean, there's no way to tell accurately, but he threw it about 100 yards with the base of him planted in snow and threw it with so much force that it not only pierced through 3 people, it threw all 3 of them back about 10, 20 yards. Yeah, Torkel has to die, unfortunately. I mean, he's my favorite character probably right now, but can we go back to that exact line that he said? Move the prince over to this carriage here. You be the driver. Thorfinn, you ride with the prince, be on standby. Because he already knows they're about to overthrow, and if it comes down to it, at least the 3 of them could take off in sled and horses. And, you know, I don't know how, but like all of this is Ashlad's plan. You know, his plan of like, you know, manipulating Canute, hopefully putting him in a seat of power to kind of, you know, be in his ear. What plan is it if Ashlad gets captured or killed, and the two of these bozos are just riding off with the prince? Like, they don't, Thorfinn doesn't have the brains for whatever he's trying to do with that, and Bjorn, he just knows how to follow. He couldn't come up with anything. So I don't know what the play is here, unless there's something, you know, a day's ride or 2 days ride away that know that, hey, Ashlad has the prince. If we get to this checkpoint, we can take him into our custody and still try to, you know, fulfill a plan. Besides that, I mean, it's just slowly looking worse and worse. Like Ashlad said, they don't beat Thorkel at all. There's no way they win. And even if they had a fighting chance, the fact that it looks like all the men, at least 50%, and now all of them, were never on your side. You know, we've been seeing this for the last like 2 or 3 episodes. The men are like, yeah, Ashlad's usually always on it. He usually can always figure out a way, make the right call, but lately he's been making the wrong call. And once that starts happening, you know, you start hearing chirps and whispers of it. Once it gets made public in front of everybody, it's over. And we see that. We see all the men choosing to march towards Torkel. And I agree with Ashlad's statement, like, hey, they're going to have to make a choice. Either follow us and ditch the cargo, or keep the cargo and be slower. But if his men are so defeated, hungry, slowed, Torkel's men might just ditch the cargo and just straight out hunt you down, and they'll go an extra day or so without food, because we know how worn down and tired you are. It's like when the predator gets that close, I mean, and they smell the blood in the water already, but you know, it's going to be interesting, and we'll kind of see how it plays out. Again, I'm loving Torkel as a character. Him and Tor were probably my favorite 2 characters, just because, you know, for what they were able to accomplish on a battlefield. But they are literally, I mean, besides being able to like fly or heal or regenerate or live forever, they're basically gods amongst men on the physical feats that they're able to do. And I just feel like you just can't leave those on the playing field and expect to have a fair fight. So I don't know if Ashlad and Thorfinn somehow team up and defeat this man. If Thorfinn gets him on the second time around, Ashlad pulls something, but I have a feeling he's probably going to die. I don't know by whose hand. Probably Thorfinn's hand. because maybe Torkel doesn't take him serious and he catches him slipping, something like that. But we'll kind of see how it plays out. But episode 16, I want to see real quick how many episodes are there? 24. Okay, 24, 24. So we're slowly coming down to it, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Like, share, favorite, subscribe, and as always,